So you want to render some nice photogrammetry models, but you have the problems with the edges of these models. So go for it, take a look at this shader. I'm sharing it over here. So the shader graph for Unity, for Magic Leap, that allows you to render only the center of the 3D models that you've created with your favorite photogrammetry software. Let's just dive into it. Alright, so let's start with some explanations. So usually when you are loading the model from any photogrammetry software like Capturing Reality or Agisoft, MeshLab or anything else, you usually get this kind of a noisy edges outside of the model. So usually you want to focus only on a certain parts of the model, but you get the whole rest. So what can you do? So I've created this special shader that allows you to actually render only very specific parts of the model and leave rest in a black color. So in Magic Leap it shows up as opaque. So it's really awesome way to show your 3D works in created in a photogrammetry software. So let's dive into the shader nodes so you can see how to recreate kind of a shader like this for yourself. So we are starting with the position of each vertex in our world space, and we want to measure a distance from the center, that is our property. You can create a property just by dragging and dropping the property from the inspector view into the graph node view, and then you can just apply this to a specific node that you need it for. So later on we are multiplying this distance that we are counting over here, and we are multiplying this by the radius that we want to use for all those shaders to create a nice, like, you know, just to modify the size of the visible circle. So once we have a radius, we can also adjust the fade gradient of this shader. So in this example, once you're adjusting this fade option, you can see that the edges gets more and more smoother translation from opaque to black. So then we are getting basically like the inverse value, so we need to do 1 minus in order to invert that. And later on we just have the texture that we are also getting from the property, and voila, we can multiply the texture by the value from this section, and we can just add everything as albedo and apply it to the texture. And this is basically whole shader, so this is very simple thing. I hope you enjoyed it. If you like this kind of videos that are showcasing the Unity 3D and Magic Leap shaders, please hit subscribe and see you soon. Take care.